Welcome back, everyone. Today in this explainer, we're taking a look at a real-life superhero. Seriously, just picture this, a giant 6'5", 90-kilogram soccer machine who literally runs faster, jumps higher, and kicks harder than almost anyone else on the planet. I'm talking, of course, about Erling Haaland, the absolutely unstoppable striker for Manchester City. But what's the actual secret to his incredible power? How does he keep his body running like an elite, high-performance sports car? Well, you definitely can't build a machine like that without some serious building blocks, and as you'll see, the answer to his super strength lies right on his dinner plate.
6,000. I mean, that is just an absolutely mind-blowing number. 6,000 is the exact amount of calories Erling Haaland eats every single day to fuel his body. For most of us, eating that much food in a single day would be practically impossible. It's an absolute mountain of food. But for Haaland, yeah, it's just a normal Tuesday. It's a super strict daily routine he follows to make sure he never, ever runs out of steam on the pitch.
Okay, let's dive into this, because you're probably wondering, how is it physically possible to eat that much in one day? And, well, more importantly, why does he even need to? Think of his body like an elite race car, or maybe a giant robot. You wouldn't expect a massive robot to run on just one little AA battery, right? No way. It needs a massive power source to do all that heavy lifting. To really wrap our heads around how he pulls off this unbelievable task, we first need to figure out what that power source actually is.
Which brings us to section 1. What is a calorie? The body's battery.
Think about when you're playing a video game. Your character usually has an energy bar that lets them sprint, jump, or pull off those awesome special moves, right? And when that bar gets low, your character starts slowing down. Well, in real life, our bodies have an energy bar too, and we fill it up with something called a calorie. So the crucial point here is that a calorie is simply a unit of energy. It's the fuel used to power your body, exactly like charging up your tablet's battery or, pumping premium gas into a sports car. Every single time you run around on the soccer field, jump up to catch a ball, or actually even just sit at your desk and think really hard in class, your body is burning up those calories to keep you going.
All right, let's check out section 2, a giant daily menu. Let's move to and see how this builds, because eating this much is honestly practically a full-time job. He has to be incredibly disciplined about when and what he eats. So let's watch his real-life energy bar fill up across 6 massive eating windows. Ready? In the morning, he kicks things off with a massive 1,000-calorie breakfast. We're talking 4 to 5 eggs, fruit, milk, and sourdough bread. Ding! Next up, a mid-morning snack. A protein smoothie with honey and yogurt adds another 600 calories. By noon, it's lunchtime, featuring a huge 400 to 500 gram steak with rice and veggies. That's a whopping 1,500 calories right there. Then, in the afternoon, right before hitting the training pitch, he powers up with chicken, rice, and fruit for another 800 calories. Evening dinner rolls around, and he's having fish or beef with potatoes and vegetables for 1,200 calories. And finally, a late-night snack of milk and protein-rich foods adds the final 900 calories before hitting the pillow. And there it is. The energy bar is 100% full at exactly 6,000 calories.
But wait, here is a really, really important detail. You can't just eat 6,000 calories of candy, soda, and potato chips and expect to become a world-class athlete. He needs premium fuel for a high-performance machine. Haaland stays strictly away from processed sugar and junk food. His muscles go through extreme stress every single day, so they need a rapid recovery. And for that, he needs the absolute best, most nutrient-packed food available.
I mean, just look at this incredible grocery list. He's eating eggs, sourdough bread, raw milk, and honey. He's getting his protein from giant steaks, sea bass, chicken, and even beef, liver, and heart. Yes, you heard that right, beef heart. It's those insanely nutrient-dense whole foods that give him that legendary Viking strength. But hey, he's still human, and every superhero needs a little fun. His favorite occasional cheat meal is, wait for it, a kebab pizza. Imagine a delicious pizza completely covered in kebab meat. It sounds kind of crazy, but hey, when you train as hard as he does, you definitely earn a fun slice of pizza every now and then.
Now on to section 3, burning all that energy.
Now, what's really interesting about this slide is understanding the why. We know how the energy goes in, but why on earth does he need to eat all this food? Well, an athlete who trains for hours every single day uses up energy incredibly fast. Haaland weighs nearly 90 kilograms and has to maintain massive muscle mass, his lightning-fast speed, and his incredible explosiveness on the field. Basically, think of his body like a giant furnace. Sports scientists estimate he burns anywhere from 4,500 to 6,000 calories a day, and honestly even more on intense match days. Just staying alive and breathing, what we call his basal metabolism, burns between 2,200 and 2,500 calories. Then, running around playing football burns another 1,200 to 1,800. Lifting heavy weights and strength training, that uses up to 700. And finally, just moving around and recovering takes up another 500 to 1,000 calories. His body is a raging fire that literally just constantly needs more wood to keep burning.
Let's wrap things up with Section 4. You versus Erling Haaland.
And this brilliantly illustrates the unbelievable scale of his diet. So an average adult male needs roughly 2,000 to 2,500 calories a day just to stay healthy. A typical professional football player steps that up to about 3,500 to 5,000 calories to keep up with their intense training. But Haaland, he blasts past even the other professional players, hitting that massive 6,000 calorie mark every single day. He's literally off the charts compared to a normal adult.
So what is the big takeaway from all this math and all this food? Well, here is the secret formula for a champion. Massive energy output requires massive premium input. The real secret to this superhero's speed, strength, and power on the soccer field is perfectly matching his incredible daily energy burn with massive amounts of high-quality, healthy food. If you want a machine to perform at its absolute best, you simply have to give it the absolute best fuel. Which brings us to a very important question for all of you focused learners out there. How do you fuel your own machine for your favorite activities? You might not be a 6'5" Viking playing for Manchester City just yet, but your brain and your muscles still need excellent fuel. Think about the healthy, nutrient-dense foods you eat to charge your own battery so you can run, play, and learn at your absolute best every single day. Next time you sit down to eat breakfast, ask yourself, am I putting premium fuel into my sports car? Keep learning, keep fueling up, and thank you so much for joining me for this explainer.